Hey guys, today we are in Buxton, Maine, and in this video we're going to be talking about what this town has to offer, proximity to restaurants, shopping, the big box stores, and we're also going to talk about water recreation and if there's any rivers or ponds that you can take advantage of if you decide to invest in a home in this area. So stick around. At some point in the video I'll go up in a drone and give you a bird's eye view of the area as well, and we're going to get after it right now. Okay guys, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. We're talking about Buxton right here. So Buxton is pretty close to the seacoast. We're going to talk about that, how far it takes to get there, how long it is, or how many minutes it takes to get to the airport, either Boston or over here into Portland. We need to talk about that, some of the neighborhood towns, where you're going to get groceries, you know, the box stores, going to cover all that. Just want to make sure everybody knows we're talking about Buxton right here, right along the Saco River. All right. Okay, guys, we're just going to take a right here at Buxton. You can see on that sign. And we're just going to take a right at this intersection at the Y in the road. Another right and come down this hill, and you're going to see this really old, very cool looking steel bridge. And as I go over this bridge, so this separates Hollis from Buxton. So as I go over this, I'm going to pan the camera to the left and to the right, just so you can see the falls there. And you know what? I'm going to give you some more footage in a minute because I'm going to take the drone up right over there on the left, and just to give you a shot of the area, because this is Saco River is a huge recreation attraction for people that live in Dayton, Hollis, and Buxton area. All right, guys, so here we are in Buxton, and just zoom out to remind you where we are, and I'm going to show you how far we are to some things in just a second, but I want to show you where I came across that bridge, just in case you're trying to recreate some of this stuff. Right over here, the Saco Reservoir, and there is a portage area to unload canoes and kayaks, and then come down here and re-put in the river because, you know, people like to canoe and kayak this river, and tube actually as well. So a lot of fun. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the drone up right there and give you some aerial footage of the area. Let's get to it. All right, guys, I want to just give you a little bit of footage here because I actually took quite a bit, and I want to use it for another video, including a video that I do on Hollis. So, but I just couldn't stop myself from including a little bit of this footage for this video as well. And then later on in this video, I'm going to do some footage on Bonny Eagle Pond, which is really spectacular as well. But just give you an idea of what it looks like around here, and see why, you know, people like to canoe and kayak this and tube. And this time of the year, I'm here in early August, so the water is quite nice. Water is probably about average height right now. It was really high because we've gotten a lot of rain. And just giving a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fast forward this video to some of the other parts of the video so that I can give you an aerial view of what Buxton looks like. Yeah, sorry guys, I just want to fast forward over this. I'll do another video. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll show you some of this footage here on the dam because it was really cool. I went over, as you can see, to the power plant, and yeah, I got some really good footage. So, but need to cut this short because otherwise it's going to be a crazy long video. All right, now we're staring off to the northeast-easterly area of Buxton. You can see it's very rural. The whole town looks like this, guys. And I drove around quite a bit. I just wanted to give you a really good idea aerial-wise what it looks like looking down the Saco River off towards the ocean. We're at about 400 feet right here when I took this video footage, looking down at the dam. Yeah, so it just gives you a good idea of what it all looks like. And I think I'm going to pan to the other side, but pretty much Hollis looks very similar to this, hence similar real estate prices and shopping for goods and services. All right. Okay guys, here we are back at the reservoir, and we're going to head down this Parker Hill farm in just a moment and give you a little bit of idea of what the area looks like. And then I'm going to jump into Google Maps and share with you how far it is to a lot of the amenities that you're going to need access to if you decide to make Buxton your new home. Okay guys, here we are cruising down Parker Farm Road, and I'm going to pan the camera left and right to give you a good idea of what the neighborhood looks like. This is a fairly well-traveled road, and we're making our way to the downtown area, where I'm going to give you a shot of what it looks like down there as well. Some of the restaurants in town, because there are some restaurants. There's Lowe's store and pizza and deli. You also have the Panda Market and Takeout, Skip's Bar and Grill, the Donut Hole. You got Chap's Saloon and Grill and Torrey Hill Cafe. So that's a pretty good selection, mostly comfort food. But, if you want something, another restaurant or better selection, or you're just kind of tired of the same old thing, you can only hit these restaurants so many times a year. There are some incredible restaurants in Saco and Biddeford, which this town, Buxton, has one of the nice things about its location is the proximity to those larger cities. There's Walgreens right there, and then you've got a Hannaford's across the street. Now I'm going to take a right here and just zoom up here a little bit, but in a hardware store. So, if you want to live remotely, it's great to have access to these things, so you don't have to always make a trip to the big box stores. Instead, it's 5 minutes down the road rather than 20 or 25, right? All right. Okay, guys, in that few minutes of footage here, I took you all the way up this road right here and right up to this intersection, and I showed you the plumber's shop and save. So I did a little bit of cruising up here, nothing terribly interesting. So what I did is I came down here, and what I'm showing you is representative of the area, right? There's not enough time to show you everything. So I'm just going to come down this old Leamington Road and hang a right on Proprietors Road and bring you right down here to Bonny Eagle Pond, and take the drone up and give you an idea of what it looks like in there, because this is August, so it's definitely part of recreation life if you decide to invest in this area. So let's get to it. Okay, here's that right on Proprietors Road. We're heading down to the pond. This was an amazing day, guys, like 80 degrees. I had the windshield down on the Wolf so that you guys could get ultimate clarity on what I was seeing as actually driving to these places. So this is a cute little neighborhood. Very representative, like I said earlier, of what you're going to find if you decide you want to put Buxton on your short list. So I'm just going to pan the camera a little bit, but we are almost to the pond, guys, and the pond's pretty big. I'm going to give you some details on that when I get down there. Yeah, so there was just a little public parking down here at the bottom of the hill, and I got to talk to some of the locals here, which I always recommend when you visit these towns. Knock on doors, meet people, especially as you get more and more serious about buying a piece of property. So that family at that picnic table I talked to. Here we go. And you can see some kids playing in the water over there. It's just an absolutely awesome day. So what I usually do when I visit these bodies of water is I take the drone up and show you, pan towards the cottages and show you what they look like. Try to get some people to wave to me. Sometimes kids will wave. They're like, hey, what's that thing? So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head over to the cottages and give you a view of that. Let's take a look. few details on the Bonny Eagle Pond, guys. So it borders the town of Standish as well. The pond itself is 211 acres, which is pretty good sized pond. Has a maximum depth of only 22 feet, so it's not terribly deep. So you're not going to find trout, salmon, and things like that in there. The average depth is 13 feet. And type of fish you're going to find are like bass, perch, pickerel, sunfish, possibly some hornpout, although the bass have really done a number on the population of hornpout as they were introduced to the pond. Yeah, these guys wave. Hey, thanks guys. I'm just going to buzz right up to 400 feet to give you a aerial view of what it looks like. All right, there you go, guys. You can see that around the entire pond's built up with cottages. So, and this is a pretty busy day. This was Sunday, middle of the afternoon. Quite a bit of boat traffic out there. Yeah, look at that. Just an awesome day. So fun to be out there, guys. I love putting these videos together for you. Margaret and I, we are realtors, so if you're not already working with an agent, please consider giving us a call. We'd love to work with you and show you some properties and be a realtor. And if you want more information, feel free to download our relocation guide, guys. There's no charge for this. It's free. Just the download link is in the description down below. Okay guys, let's talk about proximity to grocery stores. So here's Buxton again, right? We just came from Bonny Eagle Pond, flew the drone up there, and look, there's Plumber's Shop and Save right there that I mentioned. And if you want to get to another grocery store, let's say you're in southern Buxton, there's another one right there. So how convenient is that? And they're only 12 minutes apart. If you want to get to a grocery store and you're on the east part of Buxton, you're like, oh, that's just too far. I mean, it's less than 12 minutes to either one, but you can probably even shave 1 or 2 minutes off of that if you head over to Gorham. Take a look at that. There is a Hannaford's right there. So, yeah, with grocery stores in this town, you are in really good shape. It's very, very convenient. Guys, if you want to learn everything there is to know about living in southern Maine, please click subscribe and tap the bell so that you'll be the first to know about the current market in southern Maine. Old Orchard Beach from the bottom of Buxton is 20 minutes, guys. So if you're up at the pond and you want to come down to Old Orchard, you're going to be adding 20 minutes to that easily. If you want to get to the Portland Jetport from the bottom of Boston, you're looking at 17 minutes. Very, very close, right? So if you're more inland, you're going to add 15, 20 minutes to that. Let's talk about getting to Boston Logan Airport. That's going to take you 1 hour and 47 minutes from the bottom of Buxton. So maybe closer to 2 hours, which in the wintertime, guys, I would not risk flying out of Portland. I would just bite the bullet and fly out of Boston because snow can really mess you up in Maine. And then if you want to get to Market Basket, because that's like a favorite grocery store in the area, or Lowe's, you're talking a half hour from the bottom of Buxton, so you can add 15, 20 minutes onto that, guys, to get to there. So, it's rural living in Buxton. Absolutely beautiful. Loved it. Loved the area. Loved showing it to you guys today. Guys, I really like putting these videos together for you. My full-time job is as a realtor. I work with my daughter, Margaret. If you have any questions, give us a call. We sure would like to work with you. And until next time, we hope to see you around town.